Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. I didn't need any more videos at the time this happened. I was, believe it or not, 3 months ahead with the uploads, because we were in the throes of Kendrick. Kendrick was 25 episodes, with very little work needed. He just called, I recorded the calls, and uploaded them so you lot had to listen to them. So I wasn't looking for more videos, but along came Schwartz and decided to have a chat with Persephone. Schwartz was a good demonstration of how a scammer can change from talking total and utter incoherent, ridiculous rubbish to talking sense, once they know what they're talking about. Hi, good afternoon. How are you, beautiful? Nice to meet you. I'm Moritz. Do you mean Mr. Moritz? Yes, it's a great pleasure to meet you. How lovely is life over there where you live? Which put me in mind of the chorus from Brahms' German Requiem, Wie lieblich sind deine Wohnungen. How lovely are their dwelling places. What a strange question. If you tell me how lovely is life over there where you live, then I might know what you mean. It's just a way of asking, how's life over there? Kind of being positive. That's why it's called lovely. He tried to call her. You're beautiful, though. I just saw a photo, but it's pretty. Did you just try and call? I was in the kitchen. Sorry, I never meant to disturb, though. I'm here now, so you can call again. If you're busy, we can talk later. I'm here now. Shall I call you? And so he called her. Ladies and gentlemen, get out a comfy chair, get out the popcorn, 'cause he was on the call for 1 hour and 18 minutes. Did anything exciting happen? Well, you'll find out at the end. So put your feet up, and here we go. And once the call had ended, Persephone did what she said she'd do, and she blocked him. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Garter. How are you?
What's that I can hear in the background? You got a dog or something?
How are you?
I'm fine. I said, what can I hear in the background? Have you got a dog?
Oh, okay. Can I call you back?
Why? Why can't you speak to me now?
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. I'm just asking, what's that in the background? Is it a dog?
Yeah, it's a dog.
Right, okay. Where are you?
Yeah, I'm Somalia. What about you?
No, where are you?
I'm Somalia. What about you?
You're in Somalia. What? I'm in Leeds. Why does your profile say you're in an occupational therapist in the United Kingdom?
Yeah, I work in UK, but have transfer. So I've been in Somalia for 3 months.
All right. Well, where were you when you were in the United Kingdom?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Where were you when you were in the UK?
Yeah, I'm in London. What about you?
I told you, I'm in Leeds. So you usually live in London, do you?
Yeah, I work there, but I have been transferred to Somalia for research.
Yeah, where are you from? Where are you from?
I'm from Austria.
From where?
Salzburg, Austria.
All right, okay. Well, that's a very interesting Austrian/German accent you've got.
Yeah, what about you?
What do you mean, what about me? I told you, I live in Leeds. How many times do I have to say it?
Yeah, you look beautiful. I don't know, I don't get the photos.
Sorry, say that again.
You look pretty. I don't mind if I get some photos of you. Just a single one.
Yeah, my photo's on here, as you've just said, because I'm pretty or beautiful or whatever you said.
So what are you up to?
Sorry, say that again.
So what are you up to? What are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm standing upside down in the chimney, staring at the stars. What are you doing?
Yeah, I just got back from work. Just want to scroll my messages. So I got you to say hi.
Alright, and what work do you do?
Yeah, I'm a therapist. I'm also a researcher.
Alright, what research are you doing?
A medical research.
Yeah, but what research are you doing?
A medical research.
Yes, what research are you doing? What are you researching?
Yeah, I'm kind of researching about diseases. The disease of the bone, the ankle, the calves, aging. Now,
No, you're not making any sense at all. What are you researching? What's your research? What's your research project about?
Yeah, I'm trying to get a cure of some medical diseases.
Yes, obviously. What is the subject of your research? Stop talking like a 5-year-old who doesn't know what it means. What is the subject of your research?
Pathology is my research. Pathology.
No, yeah, it's not. That's an entire discipline. What's your if you're going to tell me you're doing research, do your own research first and look into what you're researching. Otherwise, you're just making yourself sound really stupid because you made it up, haven't you? You aren't researching anything because you can't tell me what you're researching. I don't like men that tell lies to try and make themselves sound impressive. It's just childish and stupid, isn't it? You're not researching anything, we both know that. Otherwise, you'd better tell me straight away what your research paper's called, but you can't.
Do you think I'm lying to you or what?
I know you're lying to me or what.
I'm researching about pathology, the study of disease.
No, you're not. That's an entire... Pathology's an entire discipline. If you were really doing research, you'd be able to say to me, I'm researching into how a Band-Aid can help someone who's got an idiopathic boil on their little toe. You don't know what any of that means, do you?
Yeah, I told you that I'm a researcher in medical research. I'm also...
Yeah, but you can't tell me what you're researching, so I know you're lying to me. And the more you try to insist that you're not lying, the more stupid you're making yourself sound. So either tell me what your research project is really about, or stop pretending you're researching.
I'm saying I'm researching disease of the bone, pathology. So
no, you're reading that. You're reading that off a piece of paper. You don't even know what it means.
I'm not reading that on a piece of paper.
All right, you're reading it off. You're reading it off your phone screen. You don't even know what diseases of the bone means, do you? Tell me some diseases of the bone that you're researching. No, see, you can't, can you? Because you're making it all up. I don't like men that lie and then pretend that they're not.
What, are you kind of getting serious? You tell disease of the bone I'm researching on?
Oh, stop talking twaddle. You're behaving like a 6-year-old whose mummy's caught him with his fingers in the biscuit tin and trying to pretend he didn't do it. You're just making yourself sound like a complete and utter idiot. Because we both know you don't know what you're talking about. And the more you pretend that you do, the more stupid you're making yourself sound. I mean, the viewers will love you, of course.
I just wanted to tell you that, okay?
Yeah, that you're making... Tell me that you're making it up. You've just been sent to Somalia to do whatever it is you do, haven't you? Whatever practice... You said you're a practitioner. What do you do? And don't tell me your research, because we both know you don't. So what do you actually do? What have you been sent to Somalia to do? I presume you've managed to work that bit of your story out before you started talking to me.
I really like you, and you're inquisitive, and I really appreciate
No, you haven't even worked that bit out, so you don't even know what you do. Are you really as stupid as you sound? That's a question, by the way. Are you really as stupid as you sound? The answer's yes or no.
I'm not stupid. I'm just telling you what I do.
Well, you haven't told me what you do yet, because we both know you don't do research. So what do you do?
I told you I'm a therapist.
Yeah, what kind of therapist? A radiotherapist, an occupational therapist, a speech therapist, a physiotherapist, a chiropractic therapist, a trauma therapist, a play therapist. What kind of therapist are you?
I'm an occupational therapist.
Oh, what therapist? Say that again.
I said I'm an occupational therapist.
You're an occupational therapist, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, and who do you work with?
You mean the organization I work with?
No, what kind of people, what kind of clients? Do you call them clients or patients?
Yeah, some of the clients, I make sure they have, I attend to them, make sure I listen to the question, and try to, get what really affects them.
Do you know what an occupational therapist does?
Yeah, I treat about mental, physical health development, and ailments, emotional ailments, and
So you've got no idea what an occupational therapist does, have you? You think you're a counsellor. You might, if you're going to tell people you're an occupational therapist, you might want to look it up and find out what you're supposed to do. Because pretending you're an occupational therapist and telling me something else is also making you sound really stupid. So the answer to my question of are you as stupid as you sound is yes, obviously you are. You might even be more stupid than you sound. That would be a bit frightening, really, wouldn't it? I mean, it's possible.
My profession is to treat people physical, mental health development.
Right. Then you're not an occupation. Okay. Then you're not an occupational therapist, are you?
Then what am I?
So, do you want to try again and tell me what kind of therapist you are?
No, you're saying I'm not an occupational therapist.
I am, yes.
So I'm telling you, what do you think I am then?
I don't know, but what you're telling me isn't an occupational therapist, is it?
Then what's the work of an occupational therapist?
Well, you Google it and you'll find out. I'm not going to tell you.
I'm not Googling anything. This is just my phone. I'm a system.
Oh, right. Well, if you don't Google it, you can carry on talking rubbish, can't you? I mean, there's nothing like a bit of twaddle to impress people. Oh, no, obviously. Because you're not impressing me, because you've got no idea what you're talking about.
There's not supposed to be an interrogation or question aspect. This kind of be a conversation aspect. So what do you do?
What do I do? Oh, I investigate whether moon stars really exist or not.
You investigate what?
I investigate whether moon stars really exist or not. It's quite a specialised subject,
Are you an astronaut?
No, I'm not an astronaut. I've never actually been into space, but I might put my name forward for the next space mission. I'd have to get into training though, wouldn't I?
I would love to hear from you. You're kind of knowledgeable and
yeah. Well, one of us has got to have some knowledge and some brains, and clearly you haven't got either.
Well, can I say something?
Oh, go on.
Can I tell you something?
Well, you can if you can actually say it.
Yeah, I'm meeting people.
I've got a lovely voice. Go on, tell me.
Yeah, first I'm meeting people. You kind of trying to, get to know them personally, and not trying to, make a joke out of them, because you and your field, I'm my field, and
yeah, you haven't decided what your field is yet. Because so far you've just told me a load of made up bullshit, really, haven't you? So I'm still waiting for you to tell me what you actually do. rather than just making up rubbish to impress me and failing miserably.
I'm not trying to impress you.
Well, that's just as well, really, because you're failing, completely failing.
I love photography.
You love what?
I love photography. I have many.
What's that got to do with anything?
So you're trying to tell me that what did I do? I told you that I'm a therapist.
Yeah, but you haven't managed to tell me a sensible story about what kind of therapist you are yet.
I told you that I'm an occupational therapist.
Yeah, you told me that, but we both know that's not true because you don't know what an occupational therapist does. So do you want to try again? Try a different kind of therapy that you might understand.
I've told you the major work I do, treat illness, injuries, mental, emotional,
Yeah, but we both know that that's not what an occupational therapist does. And stop reading stuff off the screen. Maybe try telling me you're a physiotherapist. You might understand that a bit better. Because most people know what a physiotherapist does.
Okay, so
you've decided you are a physiotherapist, have you?
I'm not a physiotherapist. I'm an occupational therapist.
Yeah, but we both know you're not, because we both know you don't know what an occupational therapist does. Do you not find it odd that someone who's an occupational therapist doesn't know what he does at work? That would be a bit odd, really, wouldn't it? Don't you think? I mean, that's assuming you've got enough brains to understand what I'm saying, and I truthfully don't think you have. I think you're too stupid for that, aren't you? Yeah, what's that I can hear in the background? That isn't a dog, is it?
In my background?
Yeah, what can I hear? It's not a dog.
What do you see?
What can I hear? It is not a dog.
You're hearing the sound?
Yeah, what is it?
That sounds of a toad outside.
It's a toad, okay, right.
Yeah.
They have a lot of toads in Somalia, do they? I guess they do. It obviously wants to be on YouTube. There you go, see?
What did you say?
I said they have a lot of toads in Somalia and that one wants to be on YouTube.
Don't you have sounds over there where you are? Don't you have tools over there where you are?
Well, I expect we do. There aren't many in Leeds. I mean,
tell me about yourself.
Do you have a lot of toads in London? I don't suppose you do you?
Yeah, toads can be found everywhere over the world.
That wasn't the question. I said, do you have a lot of toads in London? Well, I mean, obviously, if you're in London, you're a toad, so you're one of them. When did you last see When did you last see a toad in London?
I'm not in London currently. I'm in Somalia.
I know you're in Somalia now, but you told me you live in London. Which bit of London do you live in? Which bit of London do you live in?
Did I get it clear what you say?
I said, which bit of London do you live in? Where do you live in London? What is the name of the bit of London that you live in when you are not in Somalia?
Okay. You want to tell me, should I give my house address in London or is that what you're saying?
Yeah, where do you live in London?
Where do I live in London?
Yeah, that's what I said. Where do you live in London? Your brain's very slow tonight, isn't it?
You want to come to my place? Should I give my house address in Crystal Palace?
You're all right. Well, that's your answer, isn't it? You live in Crystal Palace.
Do you want to come to my place, or do you want to give my address?
If you want me to, yeah. I'll come and see you next time I'm in London. I haven't been for a while.
Well, when was the last time you came to London?
Oh, probably just before Easter, I should think. I met one of my daughters there.
Sure, how's the family?
They're fine, thank you very much. How's yours?
What did you say?
I said they're fine, thank you very much. How's yours?
I don't see my family. I have a son.
All right, and you don't see him, so you haven't really got a son if you don't see him, have you?
Yeah, I'm busy. I'm working, and I travel, so I visit him once in a while.
You visit him once in a while. How very generous of you. How old is he?
He's 18 years old.
Oh, he's 18 years old and you visit him once in a while. My goodness. Father of the Year material. So you've abandoned him in London, have you, on his own?
Honestly? What did you say?
I said you've abandoned him in London on his own.
No, I'm working, so I have to find part in life.
Yeah, I know
This is
you're
cool.
working, and we're talking about your son, not you. You've left him behind in London on his own.
No, I didn't say I left him in London.
Oh, you just left him in some random place that isn't even where you live, have you?
He's doing well for himself.
Sorry,
And he's really a hardworking guy.
say that again. Where is he?
Honestly?
I said, say that again. Where have you left your son?
He's in school. He's in Cambridge.
He's in Cambridge. Why is he in Cambridge if you're in London?
What did you say?
I said, why does he go to school in Cambridge if you live in London?
That is call of his choice.
Yeah, right. Why does he go to school in Cambridge if you're in London? It's a long way to go to school each day. Or did you buy him a hat?
I don't stay in London because I told you I'd have a kind of traveler, and my business takes me to different countries.
Right, so you've just abandoned your son, have you? So you bought him a house in Cambridge and abandoned him at the age of... How long ago did you abandon him?
I didn't abandon him.
Well, so he lives with
him.
so he lives with his mother then, does he?
No, he lives with his aunt, not his mother.
He lives
Mother
with
passed
his
away a long time ago.
he lives with his auntie. So you have abandoned him. You've abandoned him to live with his auntie.
I didn't abandon him.
Well, of course you did.
After my work.
He's not living with you, is he? So you have
Yeah, he's
abandoned.
not living.
No, exactly. So you've abandoned him to live with his auntie.
Now there's a lot of family issues. I lost my wife, so he has to stay with his auntie.
That's got nothing
that's
to do with it. You lost your wife, which should mean that you look after your own son, not that you abandoned him with someone else. I do dislike men who claim that the fact they've lost their wife is an excuse for abandoning their own child. It's not. If you've lost your wife, then that means that you should take over the responsibility for looking after your own child.
Yeah, I take the responsibility.
Well, obviously you don't.
Take care of him.
Obviously you don't, because you're not there looking after him, are you? You're in Somalia. It's a bit of a long way to commute to Cambridge to take him to school and take him shopping and take him out for the weekend, and cook his breakfast. It's a bit of a long commute from Somalia, so you're not looking after him at all, are you? Or is that another lie? Is that another lie? Maybe you don't have a son.
No, that's not. Why is I lying to you, son? No.
Why should I lie to you? Well, you told me so many lies so far, haven't you?
No, I can lie. I will lie to you guys.
Well, you have lied. You've lied several times, all that rubbish about doing research when we both know you're not, because you don't even know what you're researching, and then telling me you're an occupational therapist when you don't even know what an occupational therapist does. I mean, that was two pretty big lies, I would say, wouldn't you?
Can you just please tell me what an occupational therapist does?
No, I will not.
From what I told you?
No, I will not tell you what an occupational therapist does.
Well, you can't want to say, but you can't say.
I'm not here to educate you in how to become a better scammer or a better liar, am I? You know, if you want to tell lies or you want to, you know, you've got to do your own research. You can make that the subject of your research paper, couldn't you? Researching how to sound convincing when you're lying to someone. You know, number one, look up the occupation you're claiming to have. You know, if I asked you, where did you qualify as an occupational therapist? Well, that's an interesting question. Where did you qualify as an occupational therapist?
I mean, where did I get my certificate or what? Are you trying to tell me?
No, I'm asking you a very simple question that anyone from London who's really an occupational therapist would answer first time without asking me stupid questions. Where did you qualify as an occupational therapist? And they wouldn't have I'm not trying to ask you anything. I'm not trying to ask you anything. I am asking you, where did you qualify as an occupational therapist? It's a very simple question. And if you can't answer it this time, then I'll know the whole thing's a lie.
I said I have a degree in occupational therapy.
Right, so now we know you're lying because you can't tell me where you qualified. So that's a lie as well. Anything else you want to tell me that's a lie? Well, I mean, everything you said's a lie, isn't it?
That's not a lie. I'm not lying to you.
Well, of course you are, because otherwise you'd tell me. How many times have I asked you, where did you qualify as an occupational therapist? And you haven't answered me yet. It's got to be at least 4. I count them now. We'll assume that was 4. I'll ask you for the 5th time, where did you qualify as an occupational therapist?
I'm a certified occupational therapist.
Yeah, I'll ask you for the 6th time, where did you qualify as an occupational therapist? I mean, anyone that really is an occupational therapist would know the answer to that straight away. They'd just say, oh, I qualified at the Inner Mongolia School of Occupational Therapy in Outer Wimpleford. So I'll ask you for the 7th time, where did you qualify as an occupational therapist? Or did you buy one of those online certificates, you know, get your occupational therapist certificate here, no study required?
I don't understand you asking me questions as if
I'm not lying
to you.
You haven't answered it yet. You don't understand. Where did you qualify? Shut up. Yes, I know you've got a degree. Where did you qualify as an occupational therapist? Which bit of that? Well, we know you don't understand occupational therapist, but which bit of where did you qualify do you not understand? Do you not understand where, or do you not understand qualify?
Now, if you're telling me what's my degree, what's my qualification, I said I have a degree, Regent's University, London.
Right. So where in London? Say that again.
Regent's University in London.
Regent's University? Okay, that must be new. One on me.
So if you're asking me my qualification, I have a degree in occupational therapy.
Yeah, you've said that. Just for the avoidance of all possible doubt, and I'll say it 2 or 3 times, because obviously everything has to be said twice, at least twice. You have a degree in occupational therapy. We know you've got a degree in occupational therapy. We've agreed you've got a degree in occupational therapy. You don't have to say it again, because we all know. I mean, all the audience now know you've got a degree in occupational therapy, and we'll be kind and say I only had to ask you 7 times where you got it from. So you've now got to, if you want to ask me a question, you've got to ask me 7 times. I mean, that's assuming you can count up to 7, obviously.
Okay, so what are you saying? Nurses?
Say that again.
I said, so what are you signing since that I don't know where I qualified or what?
Well, you've told me now, but I had to ask you about 7 times, didn't I? I think we decided to 7 times.
I told you that I have a degree in occupational therapy.
Yeah, we've agreed on that. Just for the avoidance of all possible doubt, we know you've got a degree in occupational therapy. You have a degree in occupational therapy. Your degree is in occupational therapy. You studied occupational therapy. That wasn't what I asked you, was it? I didn't ask you what you studied, because we all know you studied occupational therapy. And I didn't ask you if you did a degree, because we all know you've got a degree in occupational therapy. What a surprise. What I asked you was, where did you study?
Okay, I just told you where I studied.
I know you did, and I had to ask you 7 times, didn't I? So if you want to ask me anything, you have to ask me 7 times. And don't tell me you've got a degree in occupational therapy. We've agreed on that. We all know that. Everybody will get terribly bored of listening to you saying that.
Okay, so what are you saying right now?
I'm saying if you want to ask me a question, you got to ask it 7 times. Assuming you can.
I'll ask you a question 7 times.
Yeah, assuming you can count up to 7, of course. Well, which is doubtful, obviously. But, you've got 5 fingers on one hand, so you only need to use all the fingers on one hand and 2 fingers on the other hand, and that'll get you up to 7. It's clever, that, isn't it?
2 fingers on the other hands? How do you mean there are 2 fingers on the other hands?
Yeah, well, you got 5 on one and 2 on the other. 5 plus 2 is 7.
You're really interesting. I love our discussion.
Oh, so I wish I did, but you must be the world's most boring, thick, stupid, dim, idiotic mugu. But, it's good entertainment.
That sound boring to you?
But what do you think?
I'm not boring. You call me boring.
Yeah, I know.
You just want to call me.
What would you call a man that has to be asked a simple question 7 times if you wouldn't call him boring?
Okay, probably I think.
Yeah.
You ask a question. I answered you, but probably you asking me about my qualification.
No, we're not. I never asked you your qualification. We know your qualification. You're an occupational therapist. You've got a degree in occupational therapy. That's your qualification. That wasn't what I asked you. That was never what I asked you. I did not ask you what your qualification was. I didn't ask you what you qualified in. I didn't ask you what your degree is. That was not what I asked you. Did you understand one of those? You probably did.
So can I ask you a question too?
Yeah, but you got to ask it 7 times.
Are you just inquisitive with all your friends?
Sorry, I didn't even understand that.
I mean, are you just inquisitive with all your friends?
Oh, did you know there's a blackbird in the tree outside? It's a bit strange because they've all gone to bed now.
All right. You know one thing. I really appreciate you. I appreciate everything. I appreciate your communication. But I just want to tell you one thing. I just want to tell you one thing that you should just try to be flexible. All right. You should try to be flexible. I'm just meeting you for the first time, and I'm just trying to get to know you. And I appreciate you being a little bit lenient and try to understand me that I don't like, a lot of interrogation, because sometimes I wonder if you're a detective. Are you a detective?
It wasn't a lot of interrogation. It was one very, very simple question that you failed to answer. Same as I'm now going to fail to answer any question you ask me, because I don't like being interrogated.
So tell me more about your job.
Oh no, I don't like being interrogated. I'm not answering questions.
Well, you asked me questions and I answered you.
I asked you one question 7 times until I got an answer.
Well, you asked me a lot of questions. You asked me where am I? You asked me where to live. You asked me about my son. You asked me about the school. You asked me about my degree.
Yeah,
Like five
so
questions you asked me.
far you haven't given me a proper answer to any of them, and I had to ask where you studied 7 times. So I'll just give you a load of bullshit. But remember, I don't like being interrogated, so I'll just answer random questions like you did. Really, just make up a load of rubbish, because you never know. You haven't got enough brains to know whether I'm telling you anything sensible or not, have you?
I said I got enough brains. That's demeaning.
Yeah, but it's the truth, isn't it?
No, that's not the truth. That's obviously not the truth.
Of course, it's the truth. You lied to me about researching. Do you think that's what someone with brains would do? You lied to me about what you do. That's not what someone with brains would do. And I had to ask you 7 times where you studied. And that's definitely not what someone with brains would do. Someone with brains would answer the question first time. Don't you think? And just for the avoidance of doubt, I didn't ask you what you studied. I did not ask you what you studied. I never asked you what you studied. I didn't ask what you studied. I asked anyway. I had to ask you 7 times. And also, for the avoidance of doubt, we know you're an occupational... Well, we know you're not an occupational therapist because you don't know what one does, do you? Flipping heck, you've had time to Google it while you've been talking to me. But you probably don't know how to talk to someone and use Google at the same time on your phone.
You just giving speculations, and you basing your judgment on speculations, and that's not fair.
No, I'm basing my judgment on what you're saying.
So can we just get over this?
What, you mean pretend you haven't lied to me? Oh, yeah, that's a good plan. We'll just pretend that none of it happened.
It's funny. It's a comic.
Yeah, I wish you were.
Yeah, I'm full of humor. Unless you are different.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything funny yet. Just a load of ridiculous, stupid lies. But, maybe you will say something funny. Perhaps you'll tell me a joke. Well, you're a joke, obviously. I don't know if that counts, though.
I'm not a joker. I don't tell a joke, but I'm here.
I didn't say you were a joker. I said you're a joke.
I have a sense of humor, so can we just try to be more social?
Yeah, go on, then. Tell me a joke. Tell me something funny.
Yeah, you just look beautiful, and I love you.
No, that's not funny. That's what it says on your list. You haven't told me I've got a beautiful voice yet. You're supposed to tell me that as well.
Yeah, you have a beautiful voice. You have a beautiful face.
Yeah, I knew that was on the list. Yes, yeah.
And you're very intelligent. I love that.
Yeah, that's on the list as well. You're not very intelligent, and I don't love that. But you are what you are.
I don't. You can get the credit for yourself. You can get that. I give you all the credit. I'm a simple person. I'm a simple guy. I'm a simple man. And
yeah, well, yeah, I might agree with that.
Why? Tell me why. What's the reason?
What's the reason? Well, you're obviously simply too stupid to understand what you're talking about. You're simply too stupid to understand that you can't be an occupational therapist if you don't know what one does. And you're simply too stupid to understand that all that ridiculous nonsense about research was just so stupid it made you sound like a moron, really, didn't it?
You're in resume, I don't like it.
Oh, I don't like being lied to either.
I don't lie to you.
Well, of course you lied. Of course you lied to me. And the more you say you didn't lie, the more lies you're telling me.
You just misunderstood me. I'm lying to you.
No, I didn't misunderstood you. You told me you were doing research when we both know you weren't. You told me that you're an occupational therapist when we both know you're not, because you don't even know what one does. So that was two big lies you told me, wasn't it? And you haven't yet told me what you actually do. And of course, I had to ask you 7 times where you qualified, which, was a really simple question. But I know you're not going to tell me what you really do, and I can't be bothered to ask you 7 times. It gets very tedious, you know.
I'm not lying to you.
Yeah, that gets tedious as well, because we both know you are. The more you tell me you're not lying, the more stupid you're making yourself sound. Which is, not really impressive for a proper man, is it? To just make himself sound like a lying... Well, you sound like about a 7-year-old who's lying to mummy, really, don't you? She'll probably smack you around both ears when you go home. Oh, it's a shame she didn't. Perhaps she should have smacked you a bit more around the ears when you were 7. She might have knocked some sense into you.
Sometimes when you talk, I just learn to myself. Like, sometimes I find it's, amusing that, I'm talking to you and we're conversational. But actually, I just want you to know that for the first time communicating with you, we just have to be a little more, kind of interested in each other, okay? I just want to know you, just want to know me, and
I was very interested in you, and you told me it was an interrogation, and you told me a pack of lies.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, as long as you ask it 7. As long as you ask it 7 times, yes.
I'm not asking you a question for 7 times.
Well, then you're not going to get an answer, are you?
Just tell me about yourself.
What do you mean? Tell you about myself.
Yeah, I just want to know your interest. I just want to know what
Yeah, well, I'm me, aren't I?
Yeah.
I exist. I'm here in Leeds.
Okay. What about your husband? You still with your family?
I don't think that's any of your business, is it?
No, you asked me and I told you, so why can't you tell me?
No, I didn't ask you.
What do you say?
I've got 2 daughters.
Okay. Are they with you? Are married?
I've got 2 daughters.
Are they with you? Are they married or they're still with you? Living with you?
I've got 2 daughters.
Yeah, you told me you've got 2 daughters. I said, are they still with you or are they living on their own?
I've got 2 daughters.
You don't want to tell me anything. Okay, fine, good. Fine. Okay.
Fine. No problem. Okay. I know, it's so annoying when someone asks a simple question and you don't get a sensible answer, isn't it? And they keep giving you the same unrelated, stupid, ridiculous answer every time you ask the same simple question. I'm just copying your example, You're a man, so I'm copying your example.
Okay, give me some examples of no repetitive answering.
I'm just copying what you did. How many times did I have to ask you where you studied? I mean, I never once... I didn't ask you what you studied, but you kept telling me what you studied. I never asked you what you studied. I asked you where you studied. And how many times did I have to answer? And how many times did you give me a stupid, unrelated answer and tell me what you'd studied? I was generous and said it was 7, but it might have been more.
Can we just get over 8, please?
No, you did it, so I'm following your example.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, I'm sorry, forgive me. Can we get over 8?
No, as I said, you did it. I'm following your example.
You don't have to follow my example.
I don't have to, but I'm going to. Because it's more fun to follow your example,
I find it very interesting. Yeah. Regardless of the fact that you try to be rigid, a little bit of it. But I appreciate if you're flexible and it kind of
Yeah, well, I don't appreciate you at all. So
let's talk things out, man. So I'm gonna ask you again: are they living with you or they're living on their own?
I've got 2 daughters.
Come on, girls, come on! You're seeing these things over again.
Oh, you mean like you did? Yeah, yeah.
So what's your interest?
Oh, well, I'm interested in talking to twaddle dumps online to see if they really are as stupid as they sound. I mean, in your case, I think the answer is probably that you are. What's your interests?
I'm interested in photography, music, and sports.
Oh,
I also love meeting people.
What kind of music?
Yeah, I love romantic music, blues. Yeah.
All right.
How about you?
Oh, I like classical choral music.
So what's your favorite artist?
What do you mean, what's my favourite artist? What a stupid question.
That was a stupid question. It's a kind of,
Of course it is. You don't even know what classical choral music means, do you?
You told me you love music. So who's your favorite artist?
Yeah, that's a stupid question if you listen to my answer. I said I like classical choral music.
Choral music. Okay. So you don't have a favorite musician?
A favourite musician? Oh, well, I used to like Jessie Norman. She had an amazing voice.
Okay, so can I hear you sing?
No, you can't. I said I like listening to it. I didn't say I like singing.
Well, can you sing?
No. Can you sing?
Yeah, I can sing, but not so good at singing.
Oh, go on then, you sing. That'll amuse people. I'll just warn them to stick their fingers in their ears. Go on then, you sing something for us.
I didn't get you. What did you say?
I said you sing something.
Yeah, I sing some new romantic songs and...
Yeah, well, go on then. I can't hear you singing.
Don't you hear me sing?
What do you think I said? I didn't ask you what size feet you got, did I? Probably just as well, because I'd have to ask you half a dozen times.
Okay. Now, I asked you something, and you said that that was the most stupid question. I asked, like, how lovely is life over there? Where you stay? How is life over there with you? How's everything going?
Well, how do you think it's going? You live in London.
Yeah, I'm not there with you right now, so...
Yeah, but you've only been gone. You've only been gone for 3 months, and we're waiting for you to sing something.
Can you just tell me how is life over there right now?
Well, I don't know what you mean. It's a really stupid question. Unless you tell... I'll tell you what. You tell me how's life in Somalia, then I'll know what you mean. Because that's the trouble with reading a question off a list that someone else has written. Unless you understand what the question is, the person that you're asking doesn't understand it either. And if you do understand, it, you can tell me what life is like in Somalia. Then I'll know what you mean.
Yeah, what I was expecting you to say, life is good. No,
you're not listening. You're not listening to me, are you? Are you able to hear? I'm beginning to wonder if you've got trouble with your hearing.
Hear you, what did you say?
Yeah, I thought so. Do you have difficulty with your hearing? You might need to get some hearing aids.
I don't have difficulty with my hearing.
You don't have difficulty with your hearing? Okay. In that case, I'll ask you again. You tell me what life is like in Somalia, and then I will know what you mean. I'll understand what you're asking.
Okay, no problem. I'll tell you. Now, over here in Somalia, a lot of, busy life, people trying to, go about their schedules, people trying to live life. Life, the condition, the weather condition here is not that too good, and life is good.
Yeah,
no violence, no war.
That's about the same in Leeds. People are going about their daily schedules and their daily business. Though they do in most places, actually. So I'm glad we sorted that one out.
What did you say?
I said it's the same in Leeds. People are going about their daily business and doing their daily things. Same as they do in Somalia. So I'm glad we sorted that one out.
Okay. Now, why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing. My cat was just trying to climb the curtains.
Are you alone?
What's that got to do with anything? Are you alone? Well, I know you're not, because I can hear someone else there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to say if you saw one and they're listening to our conversation.
What does that matter to you?
I know it doesn't matter. I just want to just curious.
Right. Anything else you want to ask that is completely irrelevant and you don't need to know then? I mean, that isn't on your list. You haven't asked me my favourite colour yet or my favourite food. You might as well get that out of the way as well.
What about your husband?
What about my husband?
Yeah? You want to tell me?
No. How's that any of your business?
I know it's not my business.
Right, so don't ask then. Move down the list. You might have to put your finger on the phone screen and scroll up.
I didn't get you. What did you say?
No, I know you didn't. Life's hard when you got difficulty understanding, isn't it? It's because you don't really speak English. Where are you really from? Because we both know you're not from London. Where were you born?
I told them.
Yeah, I know what you said. I know what you said. I know what you said. It was yet another lie. Where were you born?
I told them from Salzburg. Salzburg, yeah.
From Salzburg, okay. Right. So alle Menschen werden Brüder. Willi Lixen seine Wohnungen.
So what are you saying?
Oh, you've forgotten how to speak German, have you?
No, I don't speak German.
Oh, right. What language do they speak in Salzburg, then?
I've told you that.
No, you haven't. What language do they speak in Salzburg if it's not German?
I live in London, so I grew from Salzburg, but I don't learn to speak German.
Right.
I speak English.
Yeah, so why is your English so terrible?
But I can listen to you, so why can't you hear me?
I can hear you. You haven't got a London accent and you haven't got a German accent. Do you want to tell me where you were really born?
I haven't got a London accent.
Yeah, congratulations, and I only had to say it once.
About what?
Oh, God. It does get tedious, doesn't it? I'm beginning to think it's not your ears that have malfunctioned, it's your brain. You do not have a London accent. Your accent is not from London. You do not sound like someone that grew up in London. Hopefully you'll understand one of them.
Now we all have different accents.
Yeah, and that's not one. That accent is not from London, is it? We both know that. And we both know you don't speak German, so you haven't got an Austrian accent. And you're too stupid to be from... Well, no, there's some stupid people from London. There's stupid people everywhere, aren't there? There's no disrespect intended to anyone from Crystal Palace, obviously. Do you know why Crystal Palace is called Crystal Palace?
Yeah.
All right, well, go on, tell me. mean, without Googling it, just tell me, you know. We can count it, we can time it, see how long it takes you to Google the answer.
You're so funny. I want to do that. Why do you think I'm going to Google on something I'm telling you? If I don't know something, I'll tell you I don't know it. And if I should know it, I'll do it.
Well, you just tell me why Crystal Palace is called Crystal Palace then. You say you can't tell me, can you?
Why is it called Crystal Palace?
No, I'm asking you that.
Okay, can you tell me?
No, I've just asked you that. You're the one that lives there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful city. It's a beautiful city. No, why are you talking about crystals? It's a beautiful city.
No, I'm asking you why Crystal Palace is called Crystal Palace.
Because it's beautiful.
Because it's beautiful. Yeah, right, okay. Yeah, of course, yes. I'm sure all the people that live there. I'm sure all the people that live there would agree with you that it's beautiful. Well, they might not. Depends if they got the rose-coloured spectacles on or not, doesn't it?
Have you been to Crystal Palace?
Yeah, it's a shame you haven't, but I have. Yes. I believe there's a well-known football team based there. I expect you support them, do you?
Yeah, I know about the football team.
Yeah, which team is it? I've forgotten.
No.
Which team is it?
I'm not a fan.
Oh, maybe it's called... it's probably called Crystal Palace, isn't it? See, I don't do football. But it's obvious you do. That's why you... It's obvious that you're a football fan, because that's why you chose Crystal Palace, because you got no idea what it means.
I'm not a football fan. I seldomly watch football, but I'm not a fan of, I don't usually give my time to it because, heartbreaking stuff and the rest, I don't see your team lose, kind of awful moment.
No, but you've obviously heard of Crystal Palace because that's why you chose it.
Yeah, I know a lot of.
Yeah, because you've obviously never been there. Well, I mean, I have been there because I do actually live in England, but you obviously don't.
Why I don't live there? Tell me.
Well, because you don't know why Crystal Palace is called Crystal Palace, do you?
Okay, actually, it's a beautiful city. Then can you tell me why it's called the Crystal Palace if it's different from what I'm saying?
No, I'm not telling you why it's called Crystal Palace. Then it's not a city. It's not a city either, is it?
You're going to tell me?
No, I'm not going to tell you. Why would I want to tell you how to become a better liar?
I'm not a liar. Why is it calling me a liar?
Well, because you're lying. You don't know why. You live in Crystal Palace and you don't know why it's called Crystal Palace. Do you not think that's a bit odd?
Can we get over this? Can we get over this? No.
Yeah. So we'll add that to the list of lies you've told. So we know you're not an occupational therapist because you don't know what one does. You told me all that ridiculous nonsense about doing research into something you couldn't actually explain to me what it was. And now you're telling me you live in Crystal Palace, but you don't know why it's called Crystal Palace. Well, and you think it's a city. So, I mean, that's 4 lies, isn't it? I think we'll add your son into that because I don't believe you've got a son in Cambridge either. Oh, well, I'm telling me you don't lie. That's another lie. So, I mean, that's 6 lies, really, isn't it? Oh, I'm telling you're from Austria, because obviously you're not. Oh, that's not an Austrian accent. That's 7 lies. And you're definitely not from London, because that's not a London accent. So that's 8 lies. I mean, you're good at lying. Well, no, you're not. You're pretty bad at lying, to be fair. If you're gonna, the first rule of lying and getting away with it is to say something that actually sounds believable, so that the person you're talking to might believe you. And so far, you haven't said anything believable. Who's the man in that photograph? What's he holding in his hand? And why are you wearing your dressing gown?
Don't like it?
No, well, why are you wearing your dressing gown?
Everybody has a choice of dress, don't you?
Say that again.
Don't you have a choice of dress?
Why are you wearing your dressing gown? You don't know what a dressing gown is, do you? What are you holding in your hand?
You're telling me why I'm wearing a dressing gown?
Well, you don't know what one is, obviously. What are you holding in your hand?
So why am I holding?
What are you holding in your hand? What is that object that you are holding in your hand? What is that box in your hand? What is it that you are holding in your hand?
That's from swine.
That's what?
That's a form of swine. Why are you asking me what am I holding in my hands?
Yeah, what are you holding in your hand in that photo?
That's a pack of water bottles.
A pack of what? A pack of what? In English, please, not in whatever language you really speak.
I'm speaking English with you first.
Well, you're not. That's a pack of what? What is that a pack of that you're holding in your hand?
That's a package of something about.
Yeah, I can see it's a package of something. What is it a package of?
Okay, can I ask you why are you interested to know the package of what I'm holding?
Because it's obvious you don't know what you're holding, and it's obvious that man in the photo isn't you. Because otherwise you'd just say straight away that's a CD of whatever it is, or my latest book, or whatever it is that you're holding. But you can't tell me, so I know that that's not you're not the man in the photo. So that's another lie. We can add that to your lies, can't we? Have you told me anything that's true yet? Well, maybe you have. That's probably a toad.
You just don't want to believe me. You're doubting me, kind of, Ashkans and the rest.
Well, it's not a question of not wanting to believe you. I would like to believe you, but you'd have to tell me something believable first. I'd like to think I've met an intelligent man, but you've got to be one of the thickest people I've ever spoken to.
I can take that, no problem. I accept that.
Well, the truth hurts sometimes, but there you go. So are you going to tell me where you really are? Because I don't believe you're in Somalia. No, because that's, nothing else you've told me is true, so why would I believe that? Who are all those people in the photograph? You can repeat that back.
You know one thing?
I know lots of things. I know lots more things than you do. Who are all those people in the photograph?
Those are my relatives.
They're your relatives.
Yeah.
Oh, very interesting. Yeah, so you haven't bothered to look up that photo that you stole to see what it's actually a photo of, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, you have looked it up. Okay, and what did Google tell you it was a photo of?
What did Google tell me it's a photo of? I told it's a package of something about.
Yeah, you told me it's a package, but you can't tell me what's in the package.
Alright. You are just trying to get every answer that you need, but you're just trying to ask me every details of everything. What's your problem? I've been answering you. But you don't believe me, you just want to having doubt about me, no problem.
No, I'm just trying to work out where you're really from, because I can't place your accent. Because I don't think you're from Ghana, are you? I can't work out your accent.
I'm from where? Where to say?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think you are from Ghana. Are you from Abuja? It's an unusual accent you've got. I can't place it. I was right, wasn't I?
You were funny.
I've got it in one. I've got it in one. That's where you're from. You're from Abuja.
Yeah, I really love you. I really love your communication and you're smart. And I just want to tell you, I just love you.
Yeah. So do you want to tell me what? Do you want to tell me why you're lying to me about Somalia now that we've worked out you're in Abuja?
You just have to promise me one thing. You promise me?
I don't know. Till you ask me. That I won't tell anyone that I won't tell anyone that you're in Abuja. Is that what you want me to promise? No, I wouldn't tell anyone. No, nobody will know. They're not listening. Well, I might be. I've got the
I just want
recorder
to
turned on,
know
but
if you promise you something, I want to tell you everything.
Oh, go on. I can hardly
Can you promise
wait.
me?
Well, I don't know till you told me what I'm supposed to promise. Do I?
All right. First, you promised me that we're going to be friends.
Oh, of course we are. But absolutely best buddies, yes.
All right. So I just wanted to pull up a lot of stuff for you because I know there's no point of hiding myself and hiding things from you because you appear to be a good man. You give me your time and we talk. And
no, what you mean is because you're too stupid to tell such ridiculous lies. So we've agreed you're in Mabuja, haven't we?
No, I'm not in Abuja.
Well, where are you? I can't place your accent. Port Harcourt, perhaps, because you don't sound like you're in Lagos to me.
Have you been to Abuja before?
No, I haven't. Have you?
Yeah, I'm in Lagos.
You're in Lagos, okay. What language do you speak? Because I honestly wouldn't have thought your accent was Lagos. Do you speak?
Yeah, my accent is Lagos. I was born in Lagos.
Right. What language do you speak? Is it Yoruba?
No, we don't speak. I speak. Come on, you know Yoruba. Wow, you're a traveler, right?
No, I'm not a traveller.
Yeah, I speak Igbo.
Ah, okay, right. That's probably why I didn't recognise your accent. Okay, I knew it was a bit different.
I was born in Lagos. You know, people a lot of here. You know, we always try to have some social friends.
No, I don't think you were after a social friend. You were telling me a pack of lies. That's not a good way to make friends, is it?
Yeah, I appreciate that communication. That's why I just want to tell you everything so that you know everything.
No, you don't. Now you're going to go on to the plan B. But, that's always fun. There's nothing like a good sob story.
I'm not cooking up a story.
No, of course not. How old are you?
I'm 27 years old.
You're 27? You're 27 and you're online telling lies to older ladies using stolen photos. You're well old enough to know better, don't you think?
Yeah, I know.
Exactly. And now you're going to tell me you're a Christian and you were in church this morning praying for guidance on how to interpret the Ten Commandments. Yeah, I thought so. One of which is thou shalt not bear false witness. Just FYI.
Actually, I didn't go to church today because it was, running over this morning.
Yeah, well, probably just as well. Because you're obviously not a Christian, even if you think you are. Maybe you don't think you are.
We have Christian, but we're not perfect. Are you perfect?
Well, I'm a lot better than you are. I don't go on line telling lies. I'll interrupt here. You can interpret that in any way that suits you, obviously.
We are born in different zones. We're born in different, countries.
Yeah. Don't use I'm from Nigeria as an excuse for telling lies, because that is a total insult to your fellow country people.
No, I'm not using that. I'm not using that as an excuse of telling lies.
Yes, you were. You were trying to tell me we were born in different places, and that's why you lie.
No. I'm not trying to assume or tell something about
the Ten Commandments mean the same thing in every country where people claim to be Christian. And for all I know, because I don't know anything about Islam, for all I know, there might be 10 commandments in Islam as well. I wouldn't know. Maybe someone will tell me in the comments. That would be interesting, because I really need to learn more about it. But I do know that the 10 commandments of Christianity apply from wherever you live, if you're a Christian.
Yeah, 10 commandments is valid as long as you're a Christian. Yeah.
Exactly. So.
But, not every time you keep up with the 10 commandments, because one or two ways you break it. In a day, in a week, in a month.
Yeah. So you're not a good Christian, are you? If you just go around breaking the commandments just whenever it suits you. It doesn't work like
I'm not.
that.
This might be probably one out of the 10 commandments.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I could probably...
I'm not a murderer. I'm not. I don't take what. No, I'm not a murderer. I respect people. I love people. I value relationship. So probably I say something that's not okay in line, but doesn't make me a fallout. Okay.
No, it also makes you a criminal. But we all know that the FCC don't care, which is why you all get away with it.
So are you gonna judge me now?
I'm not going to judge you now. I've been doing it ever since you first started lying to me.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not. That's part of the script as well. You're just sorry that you're too stupid to get away with it.
No, see, I'm telling you, if I just want to get away with it, I'll still insist on what I'm saying. But I just find out that we've been communicating for over an hour now, so I just don't want to waste your time, telling stories. I just want you to get to know me, and personally, I'll tell you everything about me.
Well, I have no interest in getting to know you personally. What do you actually do? What's your job? Your real job, the one you actually do.
Yeah, I just finished college, and I am managing my own business. I own an online rental car business.
Right, you've just finished college at the age of 27. I don't believe you.
Yeah, I just went my NYSC service, so I run online business, a car rental agency. So
right, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that I do believe.
Yeah.
You haven't just finished college, though, not unless you were in college for 9 years.
No, I just went to my NYSC service. That's what I'm saying. My youth service program.
Right, okay. Well, that wasn't in college, was it? So how long?
When I say college, you call it college. We call it university, isn't it?
Yeah, you haven't just finished university at the age of 27, have you?
Yeah.
No, exactly. How long have you been running your business for?
Yeah, I'm running the business. From when I was in school for a couple of 3 years now. So I'm a kind of partner with different companies.
Right. What do you mean?
Cars.
What do you mean? Since when you're in school?
Since when I was in university.
All right, because we call it different over here. See, in America, in America they call university school, but we don't. We call it university or college. So for us in the UK, I just don't know why I'm telling you this. I'm just giving you clues for the next person you're going to try and lie to, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll shut up.
So what do you say?
I said I'll shut up and stop giving you clues. It's not good, is it? I mean, assuming you got the brains to listen, which I'm not sure you have.
All right. So I just want us to be friends, okay?
Yeah, right. You think I want to be friends with a liar? Why do you think I'd want to do that?
You can choose to be my friend because I just told you everything about me, so I'm not lying to you.
No, you started by lying to me for, as you said, at least half an hour. No, you're not. You're just sorry that I caught you out. And you're younger than my daughters, so why do you think I would want to be friends with you?
You called, okay, fine, you asked me, okay, fine, I open up to you. Doesn't mean that there's,
Yeah, why would I want to be friends with somebody that contacted me and told me a pack of lies?
I'm sorry for that, okay?
No, you're not. You're just sorry that you're too stupid to get away with it. Have you actually managed to scam anyone? No, you haven't. Have you even managed to get a $50 iTunes card out of anyone? Well, maybe one of your mates has, because I know you're not there on your own. You're not going to tell me, are you? Have you managed to get a $50 iTunes card out of anyone?
Nope.
No, I didn't think you had. Have you managed to get any money out of anyone? I mean, apart from for your real business.
I'm just trying to get friends,
No,
make
you're
friends
not.
because I'm just trying to make friends, trying to communicate and
No,
be
you're
happy.
not. No, you're not. Stop lying to me. That just makes you sound even more stupid. So I think I probably believe you haven't managed to steal any money from someone, but I'm not convinced. Depends who you're working with.
And in my business?
No, not your proper business. Your lying, scamming, thieving, fake online profiles. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I told you where I am. I've told you about some of my life, my education. I've told you about business, so I'm not lying to you anymore.
No, that wasn't what I asked you. I asked you, have you managed to steal any money from someone with your fake Facebook profiles, your Instagram, or wherever else you've got them?
Or I haven't stolen any money from someone.
You haven't?
I'm just, yeah.
No, I'm not surprised because you're too stupid to do it. Hopefully you stay too stupid to do it and all.
I really value, good relationship than, anything else.
No, you don't. Stop reading it off your screen or your piece of paper or whatever you're reading it off. It's just making yourself stupid. I can tell the difference between when you're actually talking for yourself and when you're reading it off your screen.
And I'm talking for myself right now.
Yeah, well, that'll make a change. Anyway, I think I've had enough of you and your toad. He's a very active toad. Sounds quite fun. He's probably in love with all the local female toads, is he?
Yeah, that's a toad, yeah.
Yeah, have you got a pond or a lake in your garden or something, or in your compound?
Yeah, I'm staying in Ireland, Lagos Island.
All right, okay. Well, I'll tell you what, the toad's talking more truth than you have. Well, apart from being in Lagos, I believe that. And I believe you've got an online business, actually believe that as well. I think you should spend more time running your online business, the real legitimate one, and less time trying to pretend to be something you don't even understand,
I'm not saying I run the land business. I car business, not the land business.
No, online. You said it was online, didn't you?
Yeah, online business, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I have a platform that's gives us cars, leases us cars to people who want to rent cars, and
yeah.
I partner with different companies.
Maybe you should set. Can you drive?
Yeah, I'm stuck on them. I'm on the drive, yeah.
You can drive. Well, maybe you should maybe you should run a taxi service.
Yeah, right now I don't have a personal car on my own, so I partner with different companies.
Okay, well that would make it difficult if you haven't got a car, I know. And cars are not cheap. Right. Cars are expensive, I know that.
Yeah, car is very expensive.
And no, I'm not sending you the money for a car. You can dream on.
I'm not asking you to send me anything. I just want us to be,
No, you don't want us to be friends. You just can't think of anything else to say, and you can't think of a good reason why I would want to be friends with a lying, thieving scammer who's younger than my daughters.
See, before now, even you're a Christian, and you know that even
No, I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Christian, actually. I just happened to learn the 10 Commandments when I was at school.
So what fee do you share?
I don't think that's any of your business, do you?
Okay, I'm just interested in that because...
Yeah, well, anyway, I think I've had enough of you. It's getting late. I need to go to bed, and I'm sure the viewers have had enough of you by now.
I'm happy talking to you.
Yeah, well...
Sorry for everything.
Yeah, no, you're not. You're just sorry you were too stupid to succeed. Hopefully you stay too stupid to succeed. So I'm going to wish you all the best with your real online business and no success at all as a lying, thieving twaddle dump because you're too stupid to do it. You can look up twaddle dump. You might find it in a dictionary online. Okay, anyway, I'm going to say goodbye for now. I've had enough of you.
Okay, can we talk tomorrow?
No, we can't, because I'm going to block you as soon as I've ended the call.
Why? This is why people don't like, trying to reveal themselves. Because when I reveal myself, you tend to block me because
Oh,
fine and good.
Diddums,
Yeah.
oh, diddums. You mean you're so stupid that everyone you've talked to so far has realised who you are and blocked you? Maybe that might tell you something. Well, it might if you had enough brains to work it out, but you obviously don't. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye because I need to go and get a drink and go to bed.
I will talk tomorrow, please.
No, I just said no, we can't because you're going to be blocked. I don't think anyone wants to listen to you again.
I beg you.
Well, you can beg all you like, but you're still going to be blocked as soon as I've said goodbye. So I'm going to say goodbye, and then I'm going to block you. Goodbye. So that was the end of Schwartz Moritz. I hope you enjoyed this rather ridiculous tale of a man who had absolutely no idea at all what he was talking about, but managed to talk for a long time about it. If you did, you know what to do. Please like it, please share it, please comment down below, please subscribe to my channel. And now I have to listen to the entire conversation to see if there's any bits that I have to blur out, but I've got a cup of tea and my breakfast, so I'll enjoy it along with you.